What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to episode 4 of YouTube. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the floor price. Why has it pumped within the past 24 hours? Who is sweeping these NFTs? What does the analytics and data show us behind the scenes? And also, we want to share with you what could happen after the migration from these NFTs going from Polygon over to Ethereum. Because we do know that once that does happen, it will be available to be traded on Blur. So with that said, you have to stick around to the very end of the video to hear our conclusion and statement, and also hear some words of wisdom from Frank Degods himself talking about the reshaping of D-Labs, y00ts, and also the Degods community. That all relates to you, the y00t holders or potential holders who are watching from the sidelines. So with that said, if you like what you're about to see and hear, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, don't forget to join our Patreon page, and most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. So as you can see, over the past 24 hours, we used to hover at around 0.86 Ethereum and now have pumped over to 0.92 Ethereum. So what has been happening? So what's really interesting is that right now, the amount of NFTs listed is back down to 1%. It used to be just 2%, literally just a few hours ago as I was recording, but now we're back to around 1%. And I actually have seen this collection drop below 1%, around 0.8%, roughly 2 months ago. So could we revisit below the 1% level? Well, in my perspective, it's possible that that could happen. And that's all because of the y00ts migration coming up with Ethereum. Now, let's talk about the recent sales, because someone has been sweeping. We don't know actually who that is and what they're doing for it. But what I do know is that this wallet right here has swept around 20 NFTs. Now, this wallet could either be a holder or it could be another sponsor who are buying these NFTs to give away to people in the points parlor. And that's possibly what y00t points could be used for. But right now, that's probably going to benefit the Degod holders who currently have points. But again, we aren't so sure. We don't know what this wallet is doing. Right now, they hold roughly 49 NFTs. Now, if we look at the data analytics behind y00ts, we could see that right now we've broken at a new all-time high level within the past 7 days. We've seen the most buying volume that we've seen over those past 7 days. As a result of that, as I said before, back on September 15th, we used to be around 0.73 to 0.75 Ethereum. Now we're not going to see levels like that anymore. Now we're hovering right now at the support level around 0.9 Ethereum. And as you can see, like I said yesterday, we are forming higher lows on terms of the charts, and it continues to be bought up. As you can see, this is a very thick section of all these NFTs. So right now people are buying these NFTs. They're trying to make sure that they get in right now before the prices get up too high, because I think this is eventually going to reach 1 Ethereum maybe by next week. And also in other news, we're seeing that right now the y00ts PFP count as actually one of the biggest movers via NFT Inspect, which is a great tool to understand how many people are changing their PFPs on Twitter to their own NFTs. So right now y00ts is dominating in the space. But what's really interesting is that this data is actually based on Solana. It actually hasn't grabbed any data from Polygon yet. It's only available for Solana and Ethereum based NFT projects. So that means that there are people that have their NFTs that they bought maybe originally on Solana, and those people are actually changing their PFPs back that they held back to their own profile pictures. So that's really interesting that I've kind of noticed, but still, it took the #1 spot. So let's talk about Blur. We got to talk about right now, y00ts is going to be migrating over to Ethereum probably very soon. So the big question is, what will happen when y00ts is going to be available to trade on Blur? So Cyrus brought up a really interesting point, because recently, if you don't know, someone decided to sweep 24 Degods, and this was again in the past 24 hours. As you can see, all these were bought within the same minutes, if you haven't noticed. So that was roughly around 115 Ethereum. But again, once y00ts migrates over from Polygon over to Ethereum, what will happen? Well, I want to share with you my thoughts, because this person says that maybe if someone has 24 ETH, they would just buy up the dip. So let's go and talk about that, because this is my thoughts around y00ts on Blur. Now, in my mind, will the y00ts NFT ETH migration be bullish? So when I was checking into the charts, at the time that I wrote this post, there's only 212 UT NFTs listed on OpenSea. And at the time, I realized that a week ago, we used to be at 274. So obviously, there's been a lot of buying. And we've seen the unique holder count actually grow since that time. So right now, within the Polygon whale distribution, which means how many whales own a certain amount of NFTs on the Polygon network, roughly 2 holders own around 100 and plus UT NFTs, while 7 holders own around 50 or more, and 11 holders own 30 or more, which is very interesting. So my thoughts are that ETH whales will be placing large bid or bulk orders between roughly 0.88 Ethereum to 1.5 Ethereum via Blur. And it's very simple. It's a supply and demand issue. So again, this is just my perspective. And if the UT floor continues to rise as we speak, if it goes 1.5 or higher, then maybe those bulk orders will change. Maybe it won't be 0.88 to 1.5. Maybe it'll be 1.5 to 2 Ethereum. But again, that's just my thoughts. But I had to share this within the UT community, and this is what we do on this channel. We want to share other opinions on this because, again, we don't always want to be bullish. We have to understand the bearishness of this too, to understand how to better position yourself, because that's what the community is all about. It's about transparency, community support, and communication. So this is what this person said, and I really appreciate that Got Bounce shared his opinion regarding my post. He says, please don't take this as FUD, but it is an honest opinion of what will happen. There will be an immediate pump followed by several whales taking profit. This will then cause a dump, causing the floor price to drop probably close to, if not below, what it currently is, which is roughly around 0.9 Ethereum, or maybe could be higher than that. That will be the accumulation phase, where whales re-enter and wait for something to actually happen with UTs. Once something finally does happen, aka UT's poo, it will see a new all-time high. So lower your expectations and enjoy the ride. The reason I appreciate this comment from Got Bounce is because, again, there are a lot of whales, regardless of the NFT collection that you're a part of, that will buy those NFTs and dump on holders once they see new all-time high prices. That ultimately, it does affect the floor price and it does drop. So this is an absolutely great case scenario if that does happen. So really you have to position yourself now that you know this information. But there's also the other side, right? What if it actually does not dip? What if the whales continue to accumulate more? What if the ETH whales that are waiting to get exposure to UTs that don't have any exposure because it's on Polygon decide they're just going to buy a big bulk? So again, that could push the price up higher. But I wanted to share this with everybody because I think it's really important for you as a holder to understand where you are positioned if you own one or more of these NFTs. So with that said, let's go ahead and conclude the video by sharing some words of wisdom from Frank Degods. Now this clip was shared by J Toys. J Toys again shares a lot of different snippets, creates these videos from Twitter Spaces. If there's anything ever on a Twitter space, then he will make a video about it, sharing it with the community, sharing what Frank, say for instance, said about UTs, Degods, and also D-Labs. So let's go ahead and play this clip because this is very important for you to understand as a UT holder what the team is doing behind the scenes and what we could expect for season 2 of UTs.
I took season 3 really personally, and I think we've changed a lot already internally within the company and how things are operating. And so I'm deeply optimistic on the next few months, both for Degods, for UTs, for Dust, and all this stuff, because I think we're just clicking as a team. And I took in all of the feedback from season 3. I still get it. And I think my approach to it was, at first we were doing these fast kind of iterations on stuff just to show people like, yo, we're not going dark, we're not going anywhere, we're going to keep improving. But over this last month, I've had the chance to really just dissect what the core problems are. And that's why I'm telling people, hey, we're going to start packaging things a lot better and explaining things a lot. Things are about to get a lot more clear, but with the clarity comes some drastic decisions, and things are just going to be changing around here across the board, both internally within our team and externally with the community and the way we launch things and create things for this project.
Okay, now that you heard basically what Frank is doing, reapproaching things differently, learning from his lessons from season 3, how that's being applied to season 2 of UTs. Well, this is going to be very interesting. Again, you can stake your UT NFTs to earn yourself UT points right now, which we don't know what's going to be revealed for, but it could be used for points parlor. And we could have different benefits compared to Degods, so we should see what that's going to look like. And again, we also have Bitcoin utes that hasn't been announced yet, and many other different things that we're just waiting to see. But right now, the floor price is around 0.93. Just jumped up from 0.92. And again, we don't know what's going to happen by next week. But again, let me know your thoughts down below, how you feel around utes migrating over to ETH being available to trade on Blur. Will there be a push in the price in terms of the floor price? Will there be a dump afterwards because whales are accumulating? Who knows? Or it may pump because whales are waiting to buy in bulk. Well, I want to hear your thoughts down below, and I cannot wait to read them. So be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page to receive all of our alpha calls in both buy and sell orders on NFTs and cryptocurrencies, and especially within the utes NFT collection. Until then, see you guys and girls next time.